Then the Grand National runner-up, Encore Umper, 15-2. Tony McCoy rides. The grey Dextra Dove, a 16-1 chance. David Bridgewater. Call It a Day, 7-4 favourite, and the bookmakers unlikely to take too many chances with him. Adrian Maguire looking for this five-timer. And then number 6 is Sibton Abbey, amount of Peter Henley, claiming £3, 33-1. 7, the third of David Nicholson's 3 runners, King Lucifer, 13-2, Richard Johnson. 8 is Mudahim at 14-1, Rod Farrant. And number 9, Forest Sun, a 50-1 chance, Brian Clifford in the saddle for this Racing Post chase, which has a first prize in excess of £30,000.
Lots of people were deeply impressed. I'm not entirely sure how hard the second battled that day, but Call It a Day, the extra trip, John, seems to have suited him, and he seems to be going in the right direction.
Yes.
Well, Dextra Dove, they don't come much tougher than this one. He ran badly the other day, such a bad run that you'd have to forgive him for it. When he won at Sandown, Simon Earl told Norman Williamson, if you're hungry enough, you'll win. And he really is a hard ride. David Bridgewater's going to earn his fee on this one this afternoon. He takes a lot of driving. He's just bone idle. He's not ungenuine. He's very tough. I think he's won 19 or 20 races. And I believe he's the monkey business monkey who's going on this one at 16-1. A very useful £8,000 that would be for the winner. I suppose £8,000 doesn't go very far at Oaksey Towers, John, does it?
It would come extremely welcome.
Pay the butler for a week.
Let's just watch Adrian.
Dextra Dove out to 16-1, Sibton Abbey 33s, and Forest Sun a 50-1 shot.
Smiling Jenny Pittman now, mood at him. Looked in really good form, Jen.
Yeah, he's a bigger scallywag than you, John. You know what he's like. He's an old horse. He came to me at the start of this season.
Mudahim caught our eye in the paddock because I agree with the trainer and John Frankham. He looks absolutely magnificent, this 11-year-old. The ground may be a bit fast for him. His confidence may be slightly doubtful, but he looks tremendous. So does Percy Smollett, mind you, and he went down well. He caught his eye going down, and in the betting ring, Seymour Business is attracting the attention, whereas the national second Encore Umper isn't. First appeared, he looked a real future star, and indeed had considerable ability, but it's slightly gone with the years, I'm afraid. He was a longish way behind Golden Spinner at Newbury, and it would be a major upset if he wins today. A last look at the betting now.
And Call It a Day still the 2-1 favourite. Seymour Business supported to 5-2. King Lucifer 6-1, so a bit more money for that. Percy Smollett steady on 13-2. Encore Umper on 8s. Jenny Pittman's runner Mudahim is 14-1. Dextra Dove, the monkey business bet, is on 16. Sibton Abbey 33-1, and Forest Sun 50-1.
Today into 2-1 from 9-4, but Stephen Little is calling 9-4, and that is the price. 9-4, Call It a Day. 5-2, Seymour Business. 6-1, Bar the 2. Bookmakers want to lay this Call It a Day top of the head. 9-4 for Maguire.
Well, fortunately, Adrian Maguire.
Right, now you can walk him up the party.
Quite a buzz of anticipation in the stands here now.
Wait, don't get any closer. Don't get any closer. Wait!
Starter's always very angry, man. Anyway, they jump away for this Racing Post chase with Dextra Dove towards the outside, the grey and the blue headgear, Sibton Abbey. Forest Sun is there, Mudahim towards the inside in a yellow and green jacket as they take the first fence. Dextra Dove is the early leader. Seymour Business was just the last to land, and being weighted without the back is Percy Smollett under a tight stranglehold as they race towards the second. Forest Sun picked up first this time from Dextra Dove. Encore Umper getting up the inside of Mudahim. And then Sibton Abbey from King Lucifer, a gap then to the other 3. Percy Smollett on the inside of Call It a Day and Seymour Business. So about to take this right-hand turn in the back straight. The early pace looks fairly modest. Heard beforehand that Jenny Pittman wanted a strong pace for Mudahim, who's forced to make his own running now on the inside of Forest Sun. Dextra Dove caught 3 deep towards the outer with a white face up the inner, and wearing red bandages is Encore Umper. Out wide in the headgear, Sibton Abbey. The first down the back straight, Mudahim just about the leader at it from Dextra Dove. Forest Sun in the centre. Sibton Abbey out wide. Then King Lucifer and Encore and Per. A gap then to Call It a Day. Seymour Business and Percy Smollett over an open ditch. And a big bold jump by Forest Sun. Seymour Business just dives slightly at it in the sheepskin noseband towards the back. As they head on towards the next then, fence number 5 of 19 in this racing post chase. Mudahim on the inside. A mistake there by Dextra Dove, who gave it a fair old clout and now gets a couple of reminders for his trouble as they head towards the last in the back straight. Mudahim on the inside of Forest Sun. A better jump this time by Dextra Dove. Behind the 3 leaders, Encore and Per the inside of King Lucifer, and then Sibton Abbey, and all ridden patiently out the back, Percy Smollett, Call It a Day, and Seymour Business. So on the right-hand turn at the far end of the course, making the turn into the straight on this circuit. They've got well over a circuit to go, remember, and it's Mudahim from Dextra Dove, then Encore and Per and Forest Sun, who led early, now back in 3rd or 4th. King Lucifer is next, and then out wide is Sibton Abbey as they take the first in the home straight this time around. Percy Smollett, Call It a Day, and Seymour Business at the back. Reminder for Sibton Abbey there. The middle one up the straight. Mudahim jumping well in the lead from Encore and Per, and then King Lucifer in the orange cap, black and white jacket. Out wide Dextra Dove as they head to what will be their last after another circuit, and it's Mudahim by a good 3 lengths now, and another good jump at that from Encore and Per in second. Then King Lucifer in third as they pass the stands. Dextra Dove is right off the bit. Forest Sun next, Percy Smollett the inside, and then Sibton Abbey, Seymour Business, and Call It a Day is towards the rear of the field. So Mudahim leads them out into the country then as they head on towards fence number 10. And Adrian Maguire at the moment, looking for this 5-timer this afternoon, is towards the back on Call It a Day. He's going to jump the water jump, disputing last with Percy Smollett there as they head past their departure point and on towards the next fence, fence number 11, a plain one. And it's Mudahim from Encore and Per. King Lucifer jumping boldly, and Seymour Business is down there. Forest Sun very badly hampered, and so was Sibton Abbey. The horse is up on his feet. Starting prices, Call It a Day 9-4. Seymour Business out of the race. King Lucifer and Percy Smollett at 6-1. Well, Sibton Abbey and Forest Sun have just basically been knocked right out of the contest. They're out the rear now, and that has changed the nature of the race quite significantly. The pace is improving now, and suddenly they're well strung out following that tumble from Seymour Business, who is galloping riderless, appears to be none the worse. Meanwhile, the leaders make the turn into the back straight, and it's Mudahim, followed in second by King Lucifer. Encore and Per is third. Then Call It a Day, now nicely poised in 4th place on the outside of Percy Smollett. A gap then to Dextra Dove, Sibton Abbey, and finally Forest Sun. The first down the back there, and Mudahim, who's put up an exemplary display of jumping so far, from King Lucifer second. Encore and Per, slight slap down the neck for Call It a Day. Adrian Maguire looking to get a bit closer over an open ditch. At that, Percy Smollett just hit it slightly, tickled the birch in 5th place. They're clear of Dextra Dove and Sibton Abbey. They've got 5 fences left to jump then, and Mudahim has made most of the running so far. King Lucifer sitting pretty in second and jumped well again. Encore and Per got a bit close to that one and is passed by Call It a Day, who's now giving chase to the 2 leaders. The last in the back straight, Mudahim lands first from King Lucifer. They're getting away from the others. Call It a Day in third. Then Percy Smollett now being driven along with Norman Williamson shoveling on the coal. Back in 5th is Encore and Per. So they make the long right-hander out of the back straight, and looking round there was Richard Johnson on King Lucifer, who appears to be going well on the outside of Mudahim and Rod Farrant, and these two at the moment appear to have it between them. They're well clear of Percy Smollett, and Adrian Maguire looking a forlorn hope now, back in 4th place on Call It a Day. The third last coming up, King Lucifer on the outside of Mudahim. Better jump by Mudahim there. King Lucifer didn't really land running, and Mudahim, who looked so well beforehand, is pulling out all the stops. King Lucifer coming at him again over the second second last. There wasn't much to choose between them there. It's Mudahim and King Lucifer. They're battling it out. They fight tooth and nail down towards the final fence. King Lucifer ranges up again on the outside of Mudahim. Much depends on the jumping. Who jumps best may well win. They both jump particularly well. Mudahim and King Lucifer, they settle down to fight it out on the flat. King Lucifer just about in front from Mudahim, but Mudahim battles back on the far side. Mudahim gets his nose in front and lifts the racing post chase. Second is King Lucifer. They're a mile clear of the others, headed by Percy Smollett third. Call it a day. Well, a bit disappointing back in fourth from Encore and Per in fifth. He probably needed the run. And looking back down the track, those are the only finishers. Forest Sun has been dismounted down the course by Brian Clifford. Mudahim, the 14-1 winner of this racing post chase. And fallen jockey here, Richard Dunwoody, the rider of Seymour Business. He's still on the deck, looking in need of some attention. He's removed his helmet. Possibly he's got a bang on the head, Richard.